a little bit of a soapbox, if you should have me say that. Yes, yes, yes. It is a lovely, lovely day. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get started. I have a couple questions for you guys. We have what, 6 Fridays, I think, left until Christmas is here. Some of you guys may not be big into holidays. Some of you may be really big into holidays. I know this year, with all of the things that's going on right now, it's going to be a bit challenging because, there's a lot of families that their income has been cut short because of what has happened. There's a lot of people that have lost family members and loved ones. It's just a lot has happened this year in 2020. And so the holidays may be a bit challenging to be, what we are used to. And so in light of that, I've had some really good conversations the last couple of days. And, I just really wanted to hop on here to give those of you that may have had to start over quite a few times a little bit of motivation, inspiration, whatever you want to call it today, because, I myself have had to start over a lot of times. And I have been on this entrepreneurial journey since 2008. February of 2008, I walked into a sales meeting for the builder that I worked for. I was a realtor. And, I basically was laid off that day. And it was kind of bittersweet because I worked, a lot of hours when I worked for that builder. I worked pretty much every weekend. I had one weekend off a month sometimes. It was a real difficult time because, it was right before the real estate crash. Well, it really was at the crash in 2008. And when I walked into that sales meeting that day, I had no idea that I was going to lose my job that day. I remember walking in there, everybody was crying once we found out. And, anybody that knows me, I'm always, upbeat, about things. And, I might have a breakdown from time to time, but I'm real quick to get into problem solving mode. I may, I'm human just like everybody else. I may have, if I find out something bad, I may take a moment to, kind of allow myself to get in my feelings, but then I'm real quick to, okay, how can we fix this? What can be done? What's the problem solving mode, right? And so when I walked out of that sales meeting that day, I knew that I was never going to allow a job to control my life ever again. That much I knew. I did not know where I was going, what I was going to do, but I knew that I would not allow a job to control my life. And on this entrepreneurial journey, for the last 12 plus years, it has been very challenging, but it has also been very, very rewarding. I have not spoken to a boss. So, what you want to call someone that tells me what to do every day, or had to report or call in, and, none of those things. I have been my own boss. And with that, I've had to start over quite a few times, right? You get to going down one road and you realize, oh, this isn't the right road. I gotta go on this road over here, or I gotta go through this door. I thought this door was gonna be the door, but once I started into that door, got in the door and started going through it, I realized, oh, I know I gotta go try another door. And that is the road for entrepreneurship. And so I will say this, it doesn't matter what you do to make money, aside from your job, you should always be figuring out a way to make sure that you and your family is not dependent on the job, because anything can happen. An accident can happen and you can lose your job. They can have a pay cut and you lose a lot of your income. especially if you are in your 40s like myself. When you start getting up there in age and you've been on a job for a very long time, some things can come about to where they can realize that they can pay someone that's a younger age a lot less, who's willing to take the job, for a lot less than what they're paying you, and then find a reason to get rid of you. Like, I'm telling you guys things that I've heard people tell me that has happened to them over the years. And so when I tell you, you are going to have to keep starting over, right? Like, it's always a process. Like, I really have learned with age that there is no destination. You're not going to just get there and be content and be happy. It is a process, right? It's a journey. You're supposed to enjoy life on this journey, right? No regrets, doing things you love. And so I just feel it in my heart for somebody today that is on their job, that is unhappy, because I remember when it was things that I wanted to do with my kids on the weekends, and I couldn't do it on the weekends, right? I could do it on a weekday, but it wasn't the same because it wasn't a weekend, and some of the functions on the weekend, it wasn't the same on the weekday. So you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've always had a burning desire inside of me for wanting more. And this entrepreneurial journey that I've been on has been, like I said, it's had its challenges, but it has been very, very rewarding. And for some of you that's listening to me right now, what I'm about to say may apply, may not apply to some of you, but for the ones of you that it applies to, if you are on your job and you're finding yourself not happy with what you're doing and you're just working your job for just the money, you need to figure out, like, what is it that makes you happy? Like, what is it that you enjoy doing that if money was not an object, that you would be doing that, right? Like, what is it that you would be excited to get out of bed and do every single day and money not be an issue? And you need to start working in that passion and doing a little bit. There are so many ways to make money. Like, I've had people actually laugh at me when I tell them that I'm going to make 7 figures. Let me tell you something. There's a guy that I know that made 7 figures in a day. And what he did, he sold a course, right, for $1,000 to 1,000 people. And he made 7 figures in a day. So when someone says I can make 7 figures in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days or a year, you can't laugh at that, because guess what? It's people that's making that in a day out here on this internet. And some of y'all come online and y'all are here for the laughs and jokes, especially I'm streaming this live to several different places, but, like on Facebook, I'll see posts, with not so positive stuff, or jokes or whatever, get hundreds and hundreds of shares and likes and, but then someone shares motivational, it gets a couple likes. You gotta, if you're trying to build a business or whatever it is you're trying to do, you got to align yourself with people that's wanting to go where you're wanting to go, right? If you're looking to make $1 million, but everybody in your circle is making under $100,000, you got to elevate above that, right? Like, you cannot get higher than where you're trying to go when you sit around and have conversations with people that look at you like you crazy when you talk about you want to elevate. And so I'm not going to, go all off on a tangent here, but I just really wanted to come on here today and to give somebody some motivation, right? You can be whatever you choose to be. You need to start moving in that right now. You may not have the funds to start that business that you want to start, but guess what? If you start thinking about that business, you can start manifesting what you want. You're going to manifest the right connections, the right people, the right things that you need. You may not have the money, but guess what? When you start moving as if, right? Like, moving as if you have that, moving as if you are that, moving as if you're going to do that right now. And you start moving and dressing and acting the part, it's going to show up. I know some of y'all don't understand what I'm saying right now, but for those of you that get it, I'm speaking to you. And I'm just telling you guys, we have 6 weeks until Christmas is here. There's a lot of families that need somebody to help them, to save them financially. It's a lot of families right now that don't have money to pay their bills right now, don't have money to do a lot of things that they need to do. Not forget about the wants. We're talking about the needs. It's a lot of people that don't have that. And so what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to partner with some people that understand that sometimes you got to do some things that you may not necessarily say, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. But guess what? Right now, I need to make some money. I know where I am, and I'm going to bet on me. And I know that when I move, people that's around me, they know that when I'm serious and I'm moving, I'm going to move, and they're going to move with me. And you have faith and you trust and believe. Let me tell y'all something real quick before I hop off of here. In May of 2000, well, let me back up. In 2017, right, is when I first heard about Bitcoin. And it literally changed my life, right? And I made some mistakes. And I understand these last 3 years have been, God has taken me through some things that I had to go through in order to get to this next level that I'm getting ready to go into. And so I understand that, sometimes we don't appreciate when we have it good. So we have to lose it and understand what we had so that when we get better than what we lost, we damn sure are going to appreciate that. Right? I know some of y'all can understand where I'm coming from with that. But in 2017, one Bitcoin, when I found out about Bitcoin, was $1,266. I took my mortgage payment and I bought a Bitcoin. And the amount of money that I was able to generate in 2017, it was astonishing. And I'm going to tell y'all just like this. It doesn't matter who is elected the president. It doesn't matter anything about politics. None of that matters when you are the one that is responsible for you and your family. In May of 2017, I did not have the money to pay my mortgage. Well, I did. I had the money to pay my May mortgage payment. But I knew if I paid that May mortgage payment when June rolled around, I wasn't going to have the money. So guess what I did? I bet on myself, my abilities, what I know that I can do, right? I had nobody to save me. I had to save myself. And so I'm speaking to those of you who are serious about making some changes, following the system, locking arms with myself and my team and saying, you know what? For the next 6 weeks, I want to go hard with you. I'm going to show up with you. I'm going to do what you say do. And let me see where I go. Because I got some big things that I need to take care of in the next 6 weeks. And I don't know what else I can do. So you're listening to this message right now because it was meant for you to scroll wherever you found this stream, this video, this live, wherever it is at the time that you see it. It was meant for you to see it because guess what? It's going to be some people's lives that are going to be changed in a tremendous way in the next 6 weeks. You just got to bet on yourself. And you just got to know that you are worthy of whatever it is that you desire. I don't know what that is for you, but I know for me, and when I didn't have the money for my mortgage, I knew what my skills was. I knew exactly what I could do. And I took that mortgage payment and I bet on Nikki. And Nikki showed up, showed out. So I'm telling you guys, listen, you got to elevate your circles because I know I got to elevate mine. You need to be able to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, hey, I got such and such going on. You got $1,000, $5,000, whatever the case may be. And your circle be like, hey, I'm on it. Most people's circle, you can't even call them about $100. They crying, they broke, they ain't got it, but they can go spend money on name brand stuff, right? Their priorities are all jacked up. It's time to elevate. 2021, it is no excuses. 2020 should have been a lesson for a lot of us because anything can happen. Like really. It's time to elevate, really, like way up there. And so I'm just going to end this and say that I'm looking to work with some movers and shakers, some people that's willing to bet on themselves. I'm not saying work with me forever. No, that's not what I'm saying, because I know you have passions and goals and dreams that you want to reach that are far greater than, what I'm talking about in this moment. But guess what? It takes money to make money. And if anybody tell you that it doesn't take money to make money, then they want to get it out the mud, the hard, long way, trial and error. I'm not going to sit here and say that you can't not make money with no money, because you can bootstrap your way to pretty much whatever you want, but that's the hard way. But what I'm saying to you is I'm looking to work with some people that's seriously looking to change their lives. They want direction, they want leadership, and they want to just get it done because you're really ready to elevate yourself. And so with that being said, if y'all are still listening to this, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all know your girl can go in. And I've been saying I'm here, and I just keep having life stuff happen. But I had a conversation this weekend that just shook me up. And it's like, you know what? Tomorrow is not promised to none of us. None of us are guaranteed to go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow. None of us, right? And so every moment that we are not being productive in our lives, we're really wasting it. Somebody needs to hear your story. You got a story. Like, it's certain people that love me and connect with me, and it's certain people that don't like me. I don't care, because my words are for the people that it's going to be for. Those that love me for me. You know what I'm saying? They love my flaws. They love it all. And then there's some people that can't stand me because they heard other stuff about me or whatever. I'm not for you or them. Those people that don't like me, I don't care. So I'm saying that to you. Like, it's a lot of people that, they can get it from you, but they couldn't get it from me, and they'll connect better with you versus me. And it's like, that's what you got social media for. We all have those friends who get hundreds of likes on everything that they put up, but that's because they have that, their friends, like, that they have built on their social media. They follow those people and they engage with those people and they like to hear what those people have to say. But guess what? It's the way that you can build yours up. If you have nothing, I'm going to show you that. It's just, listen, you guys have no idea. I'm going to end this video, this live right now. This is going to go out. It's streaming. I don't even know where I streamed it to, but you may end up catching a replay. If you catching a replay, hashtag replay. So I know you caught the replay and not the live. But I'm really ready to connect with some serious people that's really ready to change some lives, y'all. It's your girl, Nikki PinkkGoddess, signing out. You know how to connect with me. I don't even need to tell you what to do, because guess what? You know how to do it. If you're ready to rock and roll, let's get it. All right, y'all. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all did too. Leave your girl some love. See y'all on the next one. Peace.